Podcast. I'm your co-host, Sam Davis, and I'll be joined very soon by Scrappy Doo, who I'm about to admit right now, he is going to be in for a rude shock because here we go, Roast Podcast live. Coming right at ya. Here he is, Scrappy Doo. He is connecting. The Scrappy Doo is here. And I can't hear him.
Wait.
There he is.
There he goes.
There he is. How's it going, co-host Adam?
I'm pretty good, co-host Sam. How are you?
I've just sprung this on you. You are on the Roast Podcast right now. There isn't even like a pre-show chat.
Oh, damn. Yeah, talk about springing it on me. got me real hard with that.
Just immediately there. Sadly, we are not live.
Oh.
And
that's all right.
The reason behind that is because I'm an idiot.
Ooh.
What happened was I thought Zoom, you could do live streams with the free version. You need to pay for the live stream part of Zoom.
Bruh.
So yeah, I got that wrong.
You know, I'm pretty sure you can like OBS capture the window and stream from there.
That's what I was going to try and do, and then OBS was taking a million years to load, so I figured, fuck it, let's just go.
God damn it.
I could do it, but it's just, I don't know. I can't fuck.
No, that's all right. I got you.
Your camera's amazing, by the way.
Is it? Oh,
yeah,
thanks.
It looks way better than last week.
I don't know, dude. I thought it was better last week. Like the connection, who knows anymore.
It looks pretty good. The topics I have for this specific roast podcast are probably something to get us fired up. One of them I thought of was hard people to work with. And probably your first option is me, but maybe second options are people from uni, you know, hard people to work with. Let's just say that.
People that are difficult to work with.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd say myself, I'm super difficult to work with.
Oh, we don't want humility on this podcast.
No, I mean, like, just it's just a fact. I'm like super terrible to work with.
I don't think that
I'm either a control freak or just like so laid back about it that I'm just like, whatever, doesn't matter.
I think of all the people I've worked with, you're definitely in the top 3 in terms of easiest and most fun to work with. Can I just say?
Oh, thank you.
No worries. Because
blushing over here.
I've worked with some freaking hard to work with people. Patrick. Anyway, no, I've worked with some hard to work with people, and it's a nightmare. But I reckon when we shoot Roast Podcast or when we shot Egg Drop, you were just like, let's roll with it. Let's do whatever. You were pretty chill when it came to both.
Exactly. Why not? It's good fun. It is.
We've had some good times. Let's just say that. Recording and not recording. But
we have indeed.
There's been some people that are hard to work with in life, to be honest. Not even when you're recording something.
Yeah, exactly. People that are just like difficult for no reason.
When you got to stick it out with some people, it's a nightmare.
Exactly. But then again, it's like, do you have to stick it out with them? Or can you just be like, get out of here. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Well, when you're stuck in school, you have to, sadly.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just one of those things. Just in case my screen recording, because this is a new screen recording software I'm trying out right now. Just in case it doesn't work, I'm going to record an alternate version with my iPhone. I'm going to set that up briefly. But in the meantime, who comes to your head? Like, you can't say full names, obviously, but who comes to your head like the hardest person to work with, apart from me, of course, the second to me?
I probably might say like my brothers, but they're good. I mean, I love them.
Get out.
No, it's more Matt. He's just a little bit too casual about things sometimes. I just wish he'd help around the house more.
Oh, no, we're getting a bit personal here. It's
Mm,
fair enough. I mean, families are definitely.
it's
Actually, I'd agree. My brother's impossible.
dude, I can imagine like you like whenever I would come down or whatever, your brother seemed cool, but then I'd imagine like actually trying to live with them, and I'd be like, you know what, miss me with that. I'm sorry.
Trying to live with them is something I'm used to. But if someone who wasn't used to living with them had to do it, God help them. Let's just say that. Especially someone who's a bit different, like me.
Uh, like every time I'm doing something, and Lockie comes up and asks what I'm doing, and he's like, "Oh, can I have a go? Whatever." I immediately get flashbacks to when I'm sitting in, I think it was Alex's room, and he's playing Halo, and I'm like, "Can I play Halo?" He's like, "Yeah, once I beat this level," and he beats the level, and he's like, "I've just one more level." He keeps stringing me along. All I wanted to do was play Halo. It was like Halo 2 or something. I, I watched him get that like Wraith gun secret egg weapon. I was like, dude, can I have a go? That looks super sick. He's like, no, I'm sorry. It took me forever. If you die, I might lose the gun and go back to a checkpoint. I was like, dude, can I have a go? I just want to play Halo.
That's just my entire childhood summed up just then. What in that brief segment where you just said that literally I don't think I even play video games now because I was never allowed to play them and I just gave up on them. Like,
Uh, that's the complete opposite for Lucky. He's like, I'm going back to Halo. It's like, Dad had Halo. So I'm like, Dad, can I play Halo? And Mum and Dad are like, no, you can't play Halo. It's M. You can't do that. So once I got old enough, I'm like, yeah, sweet. Time to play Halo.
oh yeah.
And then Mum and Dad come in, they're like, Lockie's feeling a bit left out. Can you let him play? And I'm like, what? I wasn't allowed to play Halo at his age. What's going on?
That's the thing, like with being the youngest is like the greatest thing ever because you get so many like special advantages that the oldest never got. Like my brother gives me so much shit. Like I was never allowed to do that when I was your age, and you get to do this, and it's like, oh,
Exactly. Like when I was Lucky's age, I was still doing, like I was still going to bed at like 9. Still had to give my phone in every day so that I didn't have it overnight. Yeah, that was a big one.
what?
Yeah.
Drive me insane in high school.
I mean, I didn't have any friends in high school, so it was all right.
Bro,
It's not like dude, I had a real bit. I was terrible with my like video games and stuff. No self-control. Like if honestly, one the worst story I have to tell is one where it was I cannot remember the name of it, but it was like this online game. So I got up, Dad's gone to bed, Mum's doing night duty. So I'm like, okay, sweet. Gaming. Dad's asleep. Mum's at work. No self-control. Yep, gamer time. So I go downstairs onto the computer and it's like this online game. So I'm like, oh, sick. Because it had like robots.
Yeah.
And back then I was just like, yeah, robots. That's what I want. I played that bitch from like 9 in the evening to 6 in the morning. And it was a school day as well. So, so I played the entire night.
Your phone.
I didn't get it was on the computer.
Oh,
And the only no, so what happened was I got when I heard Dad like getting in the shower in the morning to start like getting ready for the day, I turned it off, went up to bed, lay in bed for like 10 minutes, pretended to get up. I get up and Dad looks at me and he's like, you better wait till your mother gets home. My eyes were completely black. I looked like I'd been strung out on some kind of like super drug or something. I hadn't gotten any sleep that night. So I'm like, what's wrong with me? And I'm trying to like keep, because like when you get so tired, like you start to tear up.
Yeah.
I was trying to like not tear up, and like I was pale, hadn't gotten any sleep. I was so bad.
How old were you?
And how old was I? Like 12. I can't remember. It was a while ago, but I still remember the game, and it was this like the game. I'm pretty sure it's gone out of like it's not existent anymore or whatever. But it was super cool because it was like robots, and you could pick like all these other ones, and you had like a super move where your robot powered up into like this super form, and I was like, damn, the, the super form looks pretty damn sweet. Um, and I was playing like Flash games or some shit. I was playing like Adventure Quest, and it popped up in the sidebar, like it was one of the ad games, and I was like, "Ooh, robots!" I checked it out, signed up. It was so good. I'm pretty sure I even spent some money. I can't remember, but Mum got home and she's like, "What happened?" Dad, and eventually, I was so tired. Usually, I put up some kind of fight, and I'd say like, "No, I didn't do that. Why would you accuse me of this?" I was so tired. I was just like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. Please forgive me." They were like, "Did you stay up all night playing games?" Yes. All night. Yes. Go back to bed. I slept until like 2 in the afternoon.
On a school day?
My sleep schedule was so booked. Yeah, I didn't go to school that day. Mum had to call in for me. It was so good. I mean, it was terrible at the time, but like, because like when you're like 12 or whatever, going to bed late is like a death sentence. You just want to sleep. You just want to be like, even though you think you've got energy, you think you've got like so much energy that you can like stay up till whenever you want. You hit the wall hard when you're a kid.
When I was younger, got staying up late. When I was younger, I hated it. It was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I did too. I was like, my bed is comfy and warm. I want to sleep. And then it's like, no, but I was so bad. I was playing like Mario Kart at night under the covers. I'd like I'd like hide my phone or whatever.
I remember when I got my DS. My DS was brand new. Like when I was 10 years old, I was playing DS under the covers, and my bedroom light just turned on, and I was just like, it was at this moment he knew he fucked up. And my mum came in and was like, "Give it to me."
I have so many stories like that. It's so bad. Like there was one where I was playing Mario Kart like under the covers like this, and because it's like you don't want to make it so that it's too far away that the light shines everywhere.
Yeah.
You have it super close to your face. So I'm sitting there like snaking or something around the Mario circuit, and the covers suddenly pull up, and I'm like, hand it over. No. This was like the year Mario Kart came out, Mario Kart DS. I had it on the original DS.
2005?
I was, yeah, I had that. And it was in like this nice case. It was like this silvery case. It was like a box, but the top was rounded.
Oh, so this is a
And you opened it up. Yeah, it was like a carry case. It was the same color as the gunmetal gray matte gunmetal gray of the original DS.
That's awesome.
I was so stoked by it. It was my favorite thing ever. And then I upgraded to the DS. What was it? The
light.
The DS Lite. Yeah, I had a white one, and I got a case for it that had like a slot on the bottom that had 3 games and an extra stylus holder.
Yeah,
that was super sick. It was like, it made it quite a bit chunkier, and because I've got big hands or whatever, it was easier for me to hold that way. So I was balling. I remember. Oh, dude, I've got so many memories now that I think about it, dude.
You still have the chunky big DS, like
the DS Lite.
No, the one before the DS Lite.
Oh, I've got the DS Lite here.
Oh, there it is.
Dude, the memories. No, I think it broke. I can't remember what happened to it. It wasn't Was it that one? If I think it may have been this one, this DS Lite, but the little noggle thing here,
Yeah.
the joint with the lights came off while I was playing it at one point during the night. I was shitting bricks. You could have built a house with how many bricks I shat. I was like, I was so scared because because I had like snuck it, I knew where it was. It was like in the kitchen or something, hidden somewhere. Because otherwise, I'd just played all night. I snuck it. I'd find it, pick it up, and then when I was done with it, I'd sneak back downstairs and put it back. I'd remember where it was. And if Mum checked it the next day and it was broken, like she put it in fine and it was broken, she'd be like, right, you've been playing it. Like it was a dead giveaway. So I just had to own up. I was like, Ma, I was playing my DS. Don't get mad. I'm sorry, but it's broken and I don't know what's going on. And she's like, well, maybe I should punish you by not repairing it. And I'm like, I was breaking down. I'm pretty sure I was like crying or something because it was so devastated.
Oh God.
I was either playing Mario Kart or New Super Mario Brothers at the time when it broke. I can't remember. I remember grinding like a level World 8 on Mario's New Super Mario Brothers on the DS at like 1 a.m. It's awesome. So awesome.
I don't know, when it comes to, this is a little bit off topic just briefly, but back to in high school with my iPhone, I needed that in bed. Like it didn't matter if I was playing a game on my phone or if I was watching like a show. I used to watch World's Strictest Parents all the fucking time for some reason in bed.
Thanks.
And that was just like, the internet was so bad, it would only just load the episode, barely. And I just watched that one episode and it barely loaded.
Those are the days.
Till 2 a.m. every night, and then school the next morning at 7:30. It was just like grinding, you know.
Yikes! Yeah. No, I was actually quite good with not having my phone. It didn't bother me that I didn't have access to like the internet.
Yeah.
Or
Scrappy's breaking up. He's been so good with the internet so far and his terrible internet, but he's breaking up the Scrappy Doo. Scrappy Doo's breaking up. I can't message him because, oh no, I can't. No, I can't.
It was more.
Scrappy, you broke up just then for like good.
3 days later.
That was all my fault.
Bro, I thought it was my porn torrents. I had to turn them all off. What's going on?
That was my fault. It was my fucking microwave. Whenever someone uses it, it destroys the internet.
Yikes. Cringe.
The good news is I have this alternate iPhone recording. So even if that had just corrupted my screen cap, it would have been saved on this. See, look, I've learnt from my past mistakes of just relying on the one recording software. Anyway, sorry about that. It cut out during your conversation. As you were saying, if you remember Six Factions.
If I can remember, let's see. What was I talking about?
I don't know.
Getting caught in the middle of the night playing video games when I shouldn't have. Yeah. Dude, Mum had to come up with some really inventive hiding spots for our like DSs and stuff. It was sick. Like some of them were just like, you know, dude, what a way to get to know your house. Like get to know all the like intricate spots of your house. Just like hide something small like this. You know, you get to figure out where you can hide stuff. Like you could, like this could be like a wallet full of money or something, and you could just like slip it in between like a bench or something, and just have it sitting there. No one will ever find it until you move in the bench and it comes clattering out, and all of a sudden, you know, you're $500 richer. Awesome. In the meantime, no, but like, the worst one I think I ever had was when I couldn't find this, when I didn't have this to play my games on, I had this, my little Game Boy Advance.
Oh, that's the best one. I love the Game Boy Advance. It's a classic.
They're super sick, super sick. Mine's all beaten up, front and like super
Pretty good.
scratched.
No, I reckon it's in good nick. Personally.
Yeah, like most, it's just case damage.
They're just
It
bricks.
works perfectly fine.
Bricks.
They don't build them like this anymore. Honestly, if they built something like this just like for real, but like had the slot smaller, I'd buy the fuck out of that. Because like they're making them so small now. It's like, what? I can't hold that. I've got big hands. I need a big one. A big one. Like it's difficult for me to hold even this sometimes.
I think that was the criticism of the Game Boy Advance SP. It was really fucking small, and the clamshell design meant you just had to like just kind of crawl.
It was sick.
Like, yeah.
Honestly, though, I'd take it any day over this one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can't
This
see.
This one didn't have a backlight.
Yeah.
And that killed it because anytime I wanted to play, I had the little dongle light. It came off on like a wiry coil, like wire, and that was your light. And I'm like, dude, you couldn't just stick a backlight in it. You did it with this. You did it with the other ones. I'm pretty sure they did it for the Game Boy Color as well. At some point.
The reason why they didn't stick a backlight earlier enough was because they wanted to sell as many units as physically possible. And it was a good idea, I reckon. I reckon from like a marketing perspective from Nintendo, people still bought that first Game Boy Advance, even though there was no backlight.
I mean, I did. I've got one. I don't quite know where it came from, actually, but I have it.
So, as you probably know, I got so into Game Boy Advance SPs last year. I just became nostalgia nut for them. And I bought the AGS-001, and the difference is the one you have, you press the thing and the screen lights up, right? There's two options. There's the no light, and then there's the light. And you'd never use it with no light, obviously.
I think I used it once with no light.
Yeah.
And that was just like, well, having the handy button was like if someone came past the door and you didn't want them to know that you were playing, you could just turn the light off.
Yeah.
That was my sneaky little play.
Actually, just wondering, do you want that case? Is it scratched up? The case you got for that SP?
Like the shell.
Yeah, the shell. That's it. The plastic shell.
It's a little bit. It actually looks like teeth marks. I think.
Oh, you got an angry bit into it.
No, this wasn't mine initially. This was my cousin's, and she gave it to me at one point. It's old. It's old. That's why it's not the newer version like you have, because it's an old like initial run version.
Oh, the newer version.
Super sick though.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like the original is the classic, because the newer version I got is impossible to find for a good price. Like I got so lucky finding the lit screen one where it's like really good lighting on the screen. That one is impossible to find. It's the worst. I looked for it for ages and I only just found one and won the bidding by like 2 seconds in the eBay, like epic eBay bidding auction.
Dude, there's always a sniper bot there. They always just sit. You got lucky. I got
so lucky. It was such a good deal. It was $28 which is like 43 Australian. And for AGS 101 with the amazing screen. Anyway,
dude,
it was really
take
cool.
That any day of the week.
But I also bought a replacement case, and then I kind of realized I didn't want the replacement case because it was just like, I kind of want to keep it in its original form. So if it's a Zelda, it's like a gold Zelda replacement case, and it's just sitting on my shelf and it will never be used. So if you want, this is if you want to, I can replace your current shell with a gold Zelda case.
I'd have to give that a bit of thought, actually, because, you know, gunmetal like this is pretty sick, and it's got all the, you know, nostalgic markings, but you know, Zelda case would be pretty cool. I just don't know how to transfer it over though. Like,
yeah, it's like a little bit complicated. You got to pull it apart a little bit, but up to you. Yeah. I mean, I just had it sitting around. I'm never going to use it, and yeah, it was. I don't know. I'll show you it when you come over. It's pretty much brand new. It's never been opened out of the packaging.
Sick. Honestly, they should just remake it. Like
They did, except
No.
Nintendo didn't.
No, yeah, I mean, like it's like aftermarket, but like they
yeah.
should do something for the Game Boy. Like the Game Boy's still super sick. Cartridges, bro. Oh. I get that everyone's like, ooh, you know, want to make it digital media now, but cartridges are still super sick.
Like we said in the last episode, the last episode. People will get this episode after the last one. The physical media will always be cooler than just you press a button and purchase it online. Like, it's way cooler when you go to the DVD store and you pick out the DVD you want, or you go to the video game store and you pick out the video game you want in a special edition box set, than just going online, pressing a pixel on a screen, and that's you getting your game.
Yeah. I mean, there's something, it's convenient and kind of satisfying to just be able to go, I have it now, instead of having to, you know, drive to the store, buy the thing, get home. Yeah, it's...
Kids will never realize how good it is, you know, just going to the store and enjoying yourself. I still remember going to EB Games in Moorabbin DFO with you guys once.
I do remember that as well. I remember that very fondly.
We completely
There's some sick stuff.
We annoyed the shit out of the managers every time we went to EB Games. I probably went to EB Games with you a few times.
That's awesome.
We
just go there and look. Yeah. And they always had sick stuff. It's great. Yeah.
I always asked them if they had Game Boy Advance cartridges, and every time they'd be like, no. Because they got
yeah, we were just too late to get all the Game Boy stuff.
Bullshit.
So bad. If we had have gotten, I mean, you can still find them there's one place in all of Victoria that I know for a fact has Game Boy cartridges still in stock, and that's Centro Plaza in Mildura. There's a Game Traders still there.
What?
And last time I was there, maybe a year ago, they still had cabinets with cartridges lined up in them.
Bruh.
I was super sick to browse them because they had all these games that I never knew existed. And they had games that, like, you know, I did know that existed, like Super Circuit and stuff, but they had some bangers, dude. Some awesome looking games there.
Super Circuit's good.
Super Circuit is awesome.
I just, for some reason, have this lying around. Do you know what this is?
That? I think that is this. It's the the dust cover.
Yeah.
Dust cover for the DS Lite.
The
GBH Lite.
Yeah.
Dude, why do we not have backwards compatibility slots? What is going on? They should, honestly, if they built like a thing that allowed, you know, it was like a USB or something that you could just plug into your like modern console, like your Switch or something, but it came with like a bank of the old cartridge slots, and you could just plug your into it and play that. Dude, I'd buy that.
Yeah.
Every day of the week, every day of the month, I'd buy that. It's
all business. They think that they'll sell because they still want to sell the old stuff, Nintendo.
Yeah.
So they want to keep selling the old stuff, and that's why they don't add those new features in the new stuff. And it's just like, but more people would buy it if there was that shit. There's all these freaking dusting. It would just like drives me insane.
Yeah, I mean,
I am angry.
If I've got a cartridge for Pokemon Sapphire or something, right, and I want to play it on a more convenient console than just my Game Boy because, say, my Game Boy's broken or whatever.
Yeah.
I could either pirate it, basically, which is download a ROM and emulate it on my computer, or I could use the first-party backwards compatibility box thing that comes with all the slots that they build, and I would be able to play the first-party game, Pokemon Emerald cartridge, stick it in there, play it on the Switch, easy, you know.
Yeah.
Doesn't even have to be like anything special. It could just be like a box with all the different ports in it, and I'd still buy it. Otherwise, catch me on coolroms.com, downloading the thing, emulating it every day.
Cool ROM.
Cool ROMs.
I have
Cool maths games.
cool math games.
Cool maths games.
No.
There's only like one maths game.
No, miss, I'm not doing games. I'm playing cool maths games. These are these.
There was always one kid that pulled that excuse out. He's like, "Are you playing games?" No, I'm on cool maths games. You're that kid. I swear to God.
I always
Miss,
play Voxel.
I am on coolmathsgames.com. Mini clip or like.
Sorry.
Always, if before they had like the proxies or whatever that blocked the site, every time I was always playing Mario Combat on Newgrounds. It was my favorite game, like little internet game. It was so good. I always had it on like a second window so that I could quickly like alt tab between it. It was so good. And then they brought the proxies in and I wasn't able to play it. I downloaded it so I could just play off my USB.
Downloading shit. Like, I might have told you this in the last podcast, but Bootleg Bill and I, we used to, because you couldn't go on YouTube at school. It was always blocked. But we used to copy the link from Google to the YouTube video and then put it in KeepVid, and we'd be able to just download any video we wanted to watch. And then they figured out that all the traffic was coming from our computers, the download traffic. And the service center was just like, they were just like, you guys, all the traffic's coming from you guys. And we were just like, no, it's not. And they're like, yeah, it is. And so they got rid of, here's the thing, they got rid of all the downloaders at school, but they unblocked YouTube.
Well, I mean, if it's better that you like watch it than download it, I suppose.
When I was trying to edit a video at school, though, I was a bit of a bitch, but you know.
Yeah, I can imagine if you're not able to download it to edit it, that'd be like, what am I supposed to do?
That was kind of shit.
Yeah.
That was all I did at school. I didn't do the work. I edited my YouTube channel.
Wow, you're investing in the future.
Yeah. Oh, I've always invested in those stoinks.
Stonks.
In fact. What's up? It was just.
What's up?
Times.
I will be right back.
Oh, okay.
I might be a few seconds. So just like pause the recording or something. And then
no, I'll keep the viewers entertained in the meantime or something. I don't know. I'll add.
Yeah, you're more entertaining than I am. You got this.
Oh, bro, a little bit of a stunt. I'm not entertaining at all. I'm annoying. Anyway, so to the viewers, I'm not usually the one who's in the intermission. See, I usually spring it on Adam when I leave the room and allow him to continue while I'm gone. But it's me this time, and I'm in the hot seat. I was gonna say something before but I forgot about. That's typical of me. I keep forgetting shit. We're going to continue talking about enemies, but that's a touchy. We have talked about that on the podcast before. It was the first ever episode of the Roast podcast. We talked about it. I just wanted to bring it back because it's a classic topic. What was I going to talk about? I was going to talk about a kid that's a fuckwit. I forgot. I don't even remember what I was thinking of talking about. There is some weird fucking smoothie shit, protein drink fermenting over there. It's been sitting there for a couple of weeks. That is very mank and very gross. I can smell it actually. That's fucked. Oh, and there's a DVD shadow on the wall. This is what I do when people leave the podcast. What was I going to say? The Roast podcast is hopefully having its 2-year anniversary in November in my forest. And that should be lit. We did once try and do a forest cast. We couldn't be fucked. We just wanted to chill. There is a forest cast coming. Look forward to it. It's coming this November. It is before the total fire banks. I might have a little bit of a fire pit. Who knows? It might be like before the 2-year anniversary, filmed before the 2-year anniversary, but uploaded for the 2-year anniversary. Because we recorded our first, the pilot episode we recorded in November 2018. That was good fun. Right after my radio incident where I fucking belted out Evanescence on the radio and got in fucking massive trouble for that. And yeah, well, we're just chugging along here, and I'm still trying to remember what I was going to say before, but I fucking forgotten. So there you go. There's probably some more memories of school or something I was thinking of that I forgot about. Oh yeah, that hilarious Bootleg Bill stories from Bootleg Bill that Adam would probably crack Adam up. Oh Jesus, I'll save them until he comes back. So yeah, I'm on a bit of a hiatus from my channel at the moment. I hate that word, it's annoying. I'm on a break from my YouTube channel. I'm burnt out badly, horribly burnt out. Taking a week off. I uploaded 2 videos in like less than 5 days, or not even that. I uploaded a video on a Sunday that was not easy to edit. It wasn't hard to edit at all, but it was still editing. And then I uploaded a video that was impossible to edit. One of the hardest edits I've ever done almost. It was Egg Drop featuring Jimbo. That burnt me out big time. That was a typical burnout video that just broke me on YouTube. So we're taking the week off. There's a video that's already been filmed that's being uploaded in a week's time. And for anyone who gives a fuck, I'm just blurting this shit out because I got nothing else to talk about. May as well talk about myself. Fuck. And inebriated individuals is like, I have no idea what's happened there. Well, I do know what's happened. COVID's fucked that entire podcast. It fucked Cold Ones pretty badly, actually, because that is a legitimate alcohol-related good podcast that relies on guests coming in to Melbourne. And Melbourne's one of the most fucked areas, probably one of the most fucked areas in the world almost right now. If you consider percentage of population to amount of cases, Melbourne's pretty bad. But yeah, it's fucked Cold Ones up, which is one of my favorite podcasts, and it's fucked Inebriated Individuals up, which is the ripoff of Cold Ones. We were going to have, we've had chances to record episodes, but it's just been like, I may as well catch up with my mates because it was the last chance I had to catch up with my mates for isolation in person. I'm catching up with a mate right now, and that was a nightmare. And then there was another one where Adam came here for the afternoon, but we just didn't have enough time to record and we didn't even plan. No, we never planned to record Inebriated Individuals that afternoon. We were just like still discussing whether or not we'd do it. So yeah, there's a lot of things that have stopped us, I will be honest, from recording episodes, but the biggest one is COVID. COVID's the big. I would have had a few episodes. I'd like to think I had about 4 or 5 episodes of Inebriated Individuals down the hatchet. Down the hatchet if COVID was never a thing. And or maybe even more. It would have started earlier in the year. I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing so I can actually plan out the show. I'm currently in the Inebriated Individuals studio. I don't know if I should move the webcam. It might fuck shit up. Anyway, that's where the first episode, look, it just looks fucked. And the twisties, if you can see them above my finger, they're the twisties that my mate Max brought for the first episode of Individuals, and they're still fucking here. There's the setup Adam and I had for the last roast podcast where he was here for the day. And so the new setup's just going to have that projector in the background, and all these windows aren't going to be in shot like they were in the last Inebriated Individuals. That's pretty much it, to be honest. It's a shame. COVID has fucked my life. It has fucked everyone's life. It's not fun. It really isn't. It's something that is ruining lives. But on a lighter note, I have lost my brain just then. Fuck. On a lighter note, we're going to have a lot more good shit later on in the year when these restrictions end. It's just going to be a enlightenment period, age of enlightenment for the channels and just for filming a bunch of shit. There are so many video ideas down the pipeline. I don't know if I should mention them because every time a YouTuber mentions ideas they have and they don't do them, they get a lot of backlash. So that's why I'm not gonna. There's one that's probably gonna get filmed, and if it doesn't get filmed, I'm sorry that I mentioned it here and got people's hopes up. If anyone gives a fuck, it's Ultimate Sting Pong, and it's filmed in this room. It's basically a massive Sting Pong video. We had such a great time, my mates and I, playing Sting Pong last time, where it was just the funniest thing ever. My mate just got pelted 30 times in a row. And it was a shame we didn't record it because it was fucking hilarious. We would have needed a cameraman for that thing to be good though. That was before we filmed Egg Drop with Jimbo. Oh, jeez. God. Now I've actually planned it out though, and we're going to have Ultimate Sting Pong. It's a video that's coming out in the future. There's also Evil Jenga. That is like an idea I have. So this is the problem with mentioning ideas. People get pissed if they don't happen. Evil Jenga is kind of like shots and Jenga. So if your tower falls, you have to do like 3 shots. It's fucked. It's fucked up. That one would just be a fucking grogging mess. That would be so fucked up. Evil Jenga. But we might do it. We'll have to see how we go. I'm not sure which mates would actually do that with me. Because, you know, some mates... All my mates are great to film with. I have a great time filming with my mates. It is awesome. But when it comes to alcohol, you might get the odd mate who watches it back and is just like, I'm not, that is not going on YouTube. And I'll be like, fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. That's totally your right to just be like, I don't want this online. And no, you definitely want to film with someone who knows the cameras are rolling, is very self-aware, and who, no matter what, will be happy that it goes up on YouTube. And I don't think I've filmed with anyone yet who, no matter what, doesn't mind. I filmed people who aren't self-aware. Whoa, that's another topic in itself. It's probably worth mentioning actually, because I was thinking about it a lot before shower thoughts, and it was like, I got to mention this. I got to tell people what it was actually like. And it might continue into when Adam returns. The night of the recording of Egg Drop with my TAFE mates and the first ever inebriated individuals with my TAFE mates, if they see this, it's actually good because they probably need to know. And if they get pissed that I'm getting pissed, then I'm not really pissed, but I'm just sharing an opinion. Then, you know, they can they can get fucked. No, I don't mind. I don't mind them knowing. I don't mind me saying this. It's probably like a bit of an awkward scenario. Let's just say the recording of inebriated individuals and Egg Drop that night was tainted. It wasn't great. It wasn't a great night to record. It wasn't a great atmosphere. My TAFE mates were out of form. They weren't dickheads. I can't say they were dickheads because they're great guys. And one of my best memories recording anything, the best shoot I've ever done was with Matt, who I did the Egg Drop and inebriated individuals with recently. Yeah, who I was about to film with again, and then fucking lockdown happened. I was going to do another inebriated individuals with Jake and Matt, and then it fucked up with lockdown starting just before we were about to film. It was so bad, the timing of that scheduling. But that specific night, I can honestly say, was a disaster. I don't know how I don't even know if it's a salvage from the wreck, the inebriated individuals. Egg Drop definitely is. I'll have to say I am proud of what I managed to pull off with Egg Drop. But it was a shame. I keep saying it was a shame, but I'm not actually giving the reasoning behind it. It was a combination of them. See, I'm gonna get fucking backlash here, but I gotta say how I actually feel and what it was like. It was a combination of them being a bit of pricks. Fuck, they're great guys. I always get along with them. They wouldn't even be my mates if they were dickheads. Just that night, it was a shocker. Like, they all caught up earlier, they all got drinks together, and then they arrived here, and they were had a bit of an ego about them, I reckon. Had a bit of an ego, had a bit of a spring in their step, and it was a bit of a shit filming that inebriated individuals. I'll be honest. I'll be 100% honest. They're great guys, but that night they were a bit out of form, and they went a bit too far at points. And to them, I don't think they went a bit too far, but There's a lot of rudeness there. There was a lot of disrespect there, and you can kind of see it in the recordings of Egg Drop a little bit, and inebriated individuals. Let's just say I'm someone who I love a good not self-deprecation. I love a good roast. I love a good shitting on someone for a bit. I love a good fuck you, you're a dickhead, but in like a really clever way. People shit on me, like when Kobe in the Jimbo, in the last episode of Egg Drop, he kind of says, "You're like William Osmond." That's what he said. "You're like William Osmond, just not smart." That was a very funny insult. But when it came to like filming Egg Drop, there were there's a lot of stuff from inebriated individuals I just had to cut because it's just like, this is a disaster. People would hate these blokes if they left that in. And I don't know. I think they'll never probably see this, me having this little ramble here. They'll probably never see it. But I reckon it's worth mentioning because, I don't know, I think some people deserve the right to know that the comments that might have been left in inebriated individuals weren't like in good heart. At least I didn't take them in good heart. Whenever someone bags my channel, I laugh my head off at it. It's usually funny, but this specific night, it was just a bit too much of it. And the line was kind of crossed, and there was a line drawn in the sand a bit, and there was a little bit of disrespect with the studio and the property, especially at the end of the podcast, but all throughout, it was a shocker. And I don't know, I think I should just leave it at that. It's not like it's not like I hate my mates for it. They're still my mates. They're still my TAFE mates. They're absolute rippers. Just that night they were out of form. Oh, here he is. He's back.
The prodigal son returns.
I was just, the prodigal son returns. I was just having a long rant. Well, not a long rant, but a long kind of spiel about the recording I did with my TAFE mates and how much of a disaster it was.
I'm so sad I missed that.
Mate, you should be glad you missed that. I basically just said I basically just said to the camera, kind of just blurted out honesty about how much they were dicks that night, how big of pricks they were that specific night.
They were. I mean, from what I heard, they really were. So you're justified in calling them that because they really were.
They're usually great guys, but that they crossed the line a few times that time. But no, it's a shame because that's the first and only episode of Inebriated Individuals, and it's the Egg Drop episode. I love it how the Egg Drop, after like you went on Egg Drop where you're like the nicest guest, like the most chill guest, and then it goes straight to them where they just shit on me. It's not even like shitting on me. It's shitting on me like for fun for like the first half of the Egg Drop, and then it just gets to like fuck off, like levels of shit.
It's just shitting on you for like shitting on you's sake. Actually, anyway, just do it because they want to.
So annoying.
So bad, dude. I wouldn't tolerate that in my own home.
I didn't. I retaliated, but it got to a point where there's just too much of it, where I'm just like, all right.
Yeah, just be like, okay, buddy, I'm going to start getting upset in a second and start whacking you with the camera.
Legit though, it legit was like you should be glad you don't know my TAFE mates, mate. They're good blokes. I had an amazing. My best memory, the best shoot I've ever done almost was when I went to Viri's VR. I think you know about this.
Yeah.
In the city.
I do remember that. Remember that.
And it was just a glorious day of shooting. Like it was, I feel bad for you that you weren't in my course and you couldn't come to that animation.
Yeah. I mean, what can I say?
That was with the exact same dude who was with the same person I filmed recently with, the TAFE mate.
Oh yeah.
And he's just he's a completely different person away from the other two. I think they all are. It's just when we're all together, it's just a shit show of like shitting on each other constantly. It's not even like we're going to sit back and chill. It's just, anyway, sorry, I've just rambled to the camera. Now I'm rambling this to you.
No, that's all good.
Any people that like, I don't know if you don't have anyone off the top of your head, it's all good. talk about whatever, but any people that you've worked with and it's just been a shit show in animation or anywhere. That kid, I forgot what was him. What was
Mitchell. Yeah, he was a time and a half. He was a real fucking piece of work. I swear to God. He tested my patience quite a lot. He tested a lot of people's patience. He was really, really good at that. That was like his superpower, testing people's patience, how far they're willing to be pushed before they go critical or something. I almost went critical a few times. I was like, I won't lie. I was like, Mitchell, you better shut the fuck up. I'm not going to tolerate this shit from you, cuz. I'll rough you up. I'll steal your lunch money.
Mitchell, every story about Mitchell and that other dude who was bad.
And
28.
yeah, Kyan was chill for a good lot of it. He was a bit he was a bit hardline on some things. Like he was very it was interesting. At the end, at the very last day, right? Very last day of school, we were all like, okay, cool. So this is what we got done. So why don't we go down to the pub to celebrate? Awesome. So everyone was going to go down to like a bar near uni to just get a drink and, you know, have a bit of fun, unwind after the semester.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I don't drink. Okay, so that's primary reason why I didn't exactly want to go. I mean, I would have gone just to spend time with my mates. But I was like, I've still got some work I need to submit. So I'm going to stay here and I'll just work it off, get it done. Just get it done. And what ended up happening was Kyan went ahead to show one of the other kids where the thing was, with one of the other folks where the bar was, because he knew and the other guy didn't. And for whatever reason, I cannot remember the reason right now, but they're waiting for one of their girlfriends or something to turn up, but they were playing Foursquare in like the foyer of the building, and they were doing that for an hour. Like they got caught up in the game and were doing that for an hour. And Kyan was waiting at the bar for an hour, and like all on his own. And eventually he comes back and he was so pissed. He was so pissed. And I'm like, it's the kind of, you know, anger. It was so weird for me because it wasn't aimed at me at all. He was like, no, you're still cool because like you had no idea you were still working here. But he was so mad at the others. Like he came back and he's like, you know what? They just bitched me out of an hour's worth of work. I've still got work to do as well. But I was like, I was going to go over there and have a good time with them. No, they dicked me out of an hour of like solid work time. So he comes back and he starts working again. And then they like return to see like what, because one of them forgot something and he wouldn't talk to any of them. He would only talk to me and like one other guy who stayed behind. He was so mad. It was like, I was like, dude, I don't really want to say anything. I was like trying to, you know, I didn't want to like step it accidentally and like set the landmine off. I didn't want him to have a go at me or anything. I was just like, ooh, okay.
Was this towards the end of the year?
Yeah.
Could you do me? Did you pause his camera? I think you did. Pause the audio in the camera. I was just about to launch into another story. I have the complete opposite story. When I needed to collect a key from I don't know if it's still on my end.
You dropping out again?
Oh, is it me or is it you? Hello? I thought you paused it. Hello? No! My stonks! Fuck! This is the most scuffed ever. Is it still? It is still recording. I think it's him this time. Our internets, bro. We live in the most whoop whoop areas. Not that he doesn't live in a whoop whoop area. I do. Oh, the stonks. Not the stonks. Come on, anything else but the stonks. What's my story? My story was stonks. My story is stonk. I am a stonk, all right? I am just the stonks. Oh, God. My story. My mates collected a key. No, I needed a key for an end-of-year trip with other mates. Not even my TAFE mates. My TAFE mates weren't even invited to this end-of-year trip. Fuck. We were going to do one, but it would have been... I think they didn't... financially is tough, actually. I can't remember. Fuck. No, I already planned this one with my other mate. That's right. I already planned this one with my other mates, and I couldn't invite them because it was like a separate mates group. But they were so nice enough to... I needed to collect a key, and it was like fucking 30-minute drive away from where the TAFE was. And they're all just like, fuck it. Let's all go on a road trip. All my TAFE mates and I get into a car, 5 of us, I think, and we just go on a road trip in the middle of the lesson, in the middle of the day. And I was like, you guys are fucking legends. This is amazing. They're just like, don't worry about it. We're just going to go. And we went and we got a key from a letterbox, and then we drove back, and that was all the fuck we did. And they did that for me. That was fantastic. That's like the complete opposite of Adam's story, where he was just pissed off at his TAFE mates because they fucked. No, his friend was pissed off at their TAFE mates because they fucked him over. To be honest, going to a bar when you've got work to do seems pretty boring. I don't blame Adam one bit there. To be honest, that's kind of shitty. Does the podcast end here? I don't think it does. I think we'll bring back the stonks. Oh my God, look at these. I might even use the iPhone. I might not even use, because this has done a constant recording. Yeah, this has done a constant recording here. Even though it hasn't got the bottom half of the screen for that entire fucking time. My God. It's done a constant recording. It's a hero. It's a YouTube hero, actually. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Oh, look at me. It's teetering on a nice edge. Oh, no. What a cooker. That is a cool setup, if ever I've seen one. But an iPhone I badly don't want to break because it's brand new and it's fucking nice. It's not a new iPhone, but it's my new iPhone. Oh, Jesus. That would annoy the viewers. Sorry, guys. So, the roast podcast, I think, is over. The stonks! Get him in. Get him in the podcast. Give it up. Oh, the stonks. He's back.
Dude, guess whose microwave was going this time?
I knew it was you. That's rude. Your internet there.
God, these microwaves, dude, they just won't let up.
Wait, does your microwave also fuck the internet up?
Absolutely.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's the frequency that the microwaves give off, the radiation. It's the same wavelength as the Wi-Fi.
We need to rage a war against microwaves.
Down with microwaves, dude.
They drive me insane.
Yeah, this, almost like super convenient kitchen appliance. Destroy it. Get it out of here. I don't need it anymore. Fuck it. No more.
No more. I was just saying, I had a complete opposite story to your mates with the mates not turning up at the bar. It was the last week of TAFE, and I needed to collect a key for a end of year trip with other friends. I think it was an anniversary trip to schoolies or something with like high school mates, a couple of them. And I needed to collect a key, and it was a fucking 30-minute drive away from Tate, or a little bit longer. It was in like a not a different area of Melbourne. It was like kind of close, but kind of far away. And my mates offered to drive me all the way over there just to get this key and drive back. And we all went on a little bit of a road trip together. And that was like a complete opposite, like nice thing they did for me, pretty much.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wish I had friends like that.
Oh, yeah, you do. If I had my license, I'd drive you anywhere, bro. You got to drive to Mildura? I'd drive to Mildura.
Dude. That's a nice offer, but Mildura's 6 hours away, dude. Can't even leave right now, dude. Can't even leave right now.
No one actually knows. Yeah, we can't fucking go anywhere. No one actually knows both our parents grew up in Mildura and they met each other when they were 10. That's how we became friends.
Yeah, family friends. Because our parents have known each other basically their entire lives.
And so have us.
Exactly, dude.
Hence the cover photo on our channel is us when we were like 4 or 5 on a playground, just up there.
Yeah.
I don't know how old we were. It's a pretty cool cover photo. I'll admit, like, I rate it, but
it's nostalgic.
It is.
Very nostalgic. Dude, you got those lights in the background.
Haven't you just noticed them?
Yeah, I just noticed them now. I don't know if they were on the whole time or not.
They were.
Yeah, I'm blind over here. I'm just like,
I'm trying to
damn thing.
I'm trying to turn this room into like a club sort of thing. I'm gonna get like lights where they spin around or the top of the ceiling. You know those
disco ball.
Yeah,
sick.
A bit of a disco ball. We'll get it. So I don't have to. You know when you go to the club and there's always weird people and it's just sweaty bodies and you're just kind of cramming in.
Yeah, you can just have your own club, all on your own.
Exactly. It's way nicer.
That's optimal, dude. That's like perfect.
Perfect for this summer because I reckon it's still going to be a little bit fucked this summer with clubs and COVID and just all that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
May as well turn this room into a club.
Dude, I just want to go back to fucking uni. Like, I never thought I'd say it. I thought I'd be like, dude, catch me every day, like, skipping uni to play, like, Warframe or some shit. But I just want to go back to uni. I miss it.
I just want to catch up.
I miss the homies. I miss the homies.
I miss the homies too. You know what I want to do? I want to get my license. I want to get a job. I want to catch up with my mates all the fucking time. I don't know. I want you to get your P's, even though I need to get my P's. I just want a lot of things. I want it all.
Yeah. I want it all. I want it now.
I do want it now. I want it now too.
Yeah. But sadly, Corona has come in and ruined us. Ruined our plans. Just doing us all dirty. So nasty.
It is nasty. The Daniel Andrews government is nasty. Whoa. Nah.
Thanks. Getting political.
Getting political on this channel. But my area should not be under lockdown right now. I think that's very...
You had like one case.
We have like no cases left, I think, now.
Dude, get out of lockdown so I can travel to you.
Well, you see, that's the thing. If we got out of lockdown, anyone who lives outside of the peninsula could still not visit the peninsula.
Yeah. I mean, technically my area isn't in lockdown. We're still in lockdown, but we're not one of the like super closed off ones, you know?
Yeah. Stage
but 4. You are. I technically still could have made the like pilgrimage down to your place or something if you hadn't been locked down. But like you got like dicked over by like two people or something.
Are you not in stage 3?
No, we are, but we're not like one of the crisis areas.
Oh, we're not one of the crisis areas.
Dude, yikes.
We're
no, actually, we're probably no, because we're sort of like innerish Melbourne, so we're still getting hit by it.
How crazy was it?
Missed us on.
We didn't even like when we were doing that in real life stream. Like I think this was like 3 weeks before Corona actually hit. If you had told us while we
Yeah.
were filming that, like in real life, just walking around Burwood shops, that you wouldn't be able to even fucking do that in like a few months' time, we would have been like, what the fuck?
But we're like, dude, this isn't America, you know. We're fine. What's going on?
Turns
And
out.
then, you know, one fucking idiot at that. I'm pretty sure it all like really started to go to shit from that one dude at the BLM thing. The one positive dude or something. And then, you know, one ember can start a flame.
As we
And
would
now
say.
we're all fucking burning. Oh no.
No one knows. No one knows. I can't say it.
No, that's classified. That's classified, dude.
We're not arsonists. I'm
No, we're not.
oh.
Uh-oh.
Can I just like pull this tie for a bit? Just like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit hot. Ooh.
A fire. Oh, that fire next door though. Nah, well, I reckon Corona. We'll be able to visit soon. I don't know. We'll find a way.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll come just that area soon.
if it, I want to just say if it's like, you know, I literally just get in the car, drive down to your place, and don't do anything else, it should be right. But like, I'm certain at some point along the huge stretch of like freeway that I have to go through to get to yours, I'll run into like a police checkpoint.
You're fucked. Yeah.
Without a doubt,
I
there's
reckon
going to be a police checkpoint at some point. Oh no.
there's probably a way you could go where it's just like you go down Warrigal Road, you use back streets, you then cut to Mentone, go Esplanade, and then you go more back streets, and then you go through Frankston back streets. It would probably take a good hour and a half to get to my house, but I reckon you'd be able to pull it off. But it's still like...
just use the most like fucking scenic route shit.
Yeah, you'd have to know your way. Yeah, and you'd have to know
I don't know my way.
I do.
Sorry. I still miss the turn off to yours off the freeway at some points. I missed it like once.
Really?
Yeah, we had to go up, back and around. I'm like, I was driving. I'm like profusely apologizing to Dad, and he's like, you know what? It's fine. Everyone misses a turn off at some point in their life. And I'm like, dude, I missed a turn off. It's so embarrassing.
My mum always stays in the right lane for too long, and when it's time to get in the left lane and a car is blocking us off, I'm like, this is what you get, Mum. This is what you get. And one time we freaking missed it, and I'm like, there you go. No shit. She always waits until the last second to get in the left lane for us to take the exit.
She's one of those people that swerves all the way across from the right to the left. Dude, those people.
It drives me insane. And I just like, there was this one time where I just needed to get home to get my stuff, then to go back to the exact same place I was coming from to stay at a mate's house that night. And we missed the fucking turn off. So it took me even longer, but it was like, yeah, it was all right.
Jokes. That's so poor. You missed the turn off.
This was years ago, but it was shit.
You still remember it?
Oh, mate, I remember everything. I see all, remember all.
I am all.
Okay, Thanos.
I transcend the material.
Oh, fuck.
God damn.
What was the other? I was going to tell one more story, but I ran out of stories. I reckon I forgot.
One more horror story. And you've already forgotten it, damn. Mustn't have been very horrific, you know.
It's a bit of a plug, actually. Horror Stories, great YouTube channel. Check it out.
Oh yeah.
The person,
shout outs to Horror Stories.
The person running Horror Stories is one of my favorite YouTube channels. He had like a meltdown the other night. He got really drunk and he started posting these edgy songs in his discussion section. And it was kind of unnerving. I kind of thought he was suicidal for a second, but you never know. I hope he's not. He's a great YouTuber.
It was a real life horror story for him.
Exactly. He's had a fucking hard life, and so for some reason, his like way of dealing with it is talking about other horror stories. His channel's pretty depressing, but it's a great YouTube channel. Anyway.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I can understand that.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been getting fucking lost on YouTube right now.
You just
So
going
bad.
through.
So bad. No, it's so annoying. Some of the whatever algorithm they're using to fucking recommend the shit to me when
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like scrolling through it is I must have dicked it or something at some point because it's literally showing me the exact same like 7 videos or whatever, and there's one that changes. One. I'm like, dude, they're either videos that I started and didn't like finish, or ones that are very, very like similar to the ones that I've already that I'm watching right now, but I've already watched them. And I may have like rewatched them once or twice too many times, and the algorithm's just gone, oh, you like that video a lot, let's show it to you forever. It's like, dude,
and
show me something else interesting. Come on.
It's so annoying. You watch this one video of this topic, you'll click on one topic and you'll be like, all right, I'm sick of that. And then they'll recommend you 7 other videos about a topic you were interested in once and you don't give a fuck about, but they'll just go fucking nuts. Algorithm drives me insane. It triggers me. I'm triggered by the YouTube algorithm. Actually, another thing.
Everyone is. I'm pretty sure everyone is at this point. It's just, dude, why can't one of these other fucking websites, you know, like, honestly, like if, I don't know, who else has like, just get one of the like fucking porn websites or something to make like an actual YouTube contender. They've got the money, they've got the fucking server space. Get them to make a YouTube contender.
It's too late.
People would flock to it.
They would, but it's a monopoly. It takes so much work, and YouTube is like, it's such a mass success that it's just a huge shame. Like,
that's because it's the only place.
Yeah.
There's like 2 other places. There's like Vimeo and Daily Motion or something, and that's it.
Vimeo is a hipster one for like short films, and Daily Motion is terrible. Like trying to use Daily Motion, trying to load videos in Daily Motion is like Met Cafe. It's like Met Cafe. That's
so bad.
It's terrible. It takes a million years to load a video on Daily Motion because they don't have any servers running their website or whatever. And it's just...
They've got like one server.
It's the worst.
So bad. So bad.
YouTube is...
It's just for what it is. Like, it's been optimized over all the years, but like still, dude, fuck. Can they just like, can we just have a proper contender? That's just what. Actually, you know what? Maybe if they just didn't fuck it up, it'd be right.
Yeah, it's a corporate business though. They don't recommend small channels anymore. Like they make an effort to not recommend small channels. So if you're a channel that is under 1,000 subs, you have no chance of ever being a success anymore. If they change their algorithm to recommend mass videos from channels under 5,000 or under 10,000 subs, then I reckon the website would improve a lot, because a lot of like really good channels would come out of the woodwork, and it'd be like a new age of like enlightenment on YouTube, where everyone's just like, you're Ralph the Movie Makers. There's like people like him that are coming up from nowhere. It'd be insane. But the website's been changed so much, and even if you clickbait your videos to shit, nothing happens. It's the worst. Unless you put porn in the title, which doesn't even give you a following. It just gives people, it just gets horny people to click on your video, and that's it. I've noticed I have no retention rate. Like I'll get all these subs from that porn on YouTube video, and none of them will follow the channel. It's horrible. Like it's still good to get the subs, but you want return to effort.
That's why like people have turned to streaming or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you know it's way more immediate. You're able to actually like engage with people properly, and everyone turns up sort of equally. Like there's still, you know, the more watchers are at the top of the list. But there's still, like, if you scroll down far enough, there's still going to be, you know, the 10 sub channels, the 3 sub channels. You can find them if they're playing, because, you know, at the time, if you're scrolling at the time, it'll only show the people that are actually playing a game. You can still search up, like, a channel that's offline at the time, but generally you'll only see ones that are, like, actually playing. So if you're putting in the effort, there's going to be people coming. And if you get the word of mouth going, all of a sudden you've got, you know, 10 loyal followers that turn up most streams.
It is
you've got 25.
Yeah.
You've got 100. All of a sudden you're, you know, averaging 800 people every time you stream.
My brother's been pretty successful with Twitch. I will be honest. Will he's done an
I
amazing
did notice
job.
that he did a pretty good job, but hasn't he gone quiet on that front recently?
He burnt out. He burnt out horribly.
Yeah.
He did too much and it burnt him out and he got sick of it. And it's like, that's the thing with streaming. I reckon it burns people out far more than making YouTube videos would, even though making YouTube videos is sort of like more effort. In some ways, streaming is like more effort as in like you're talking to a camera for so long and it's like energy wise. I reckon YouTube in terms of like editing stuff is like more effort in a different way. I don't know. It's an argument that will go on forever.
Well, no, because it's here's the way that I see it. If you've got a YouTube video, say you're gonna put up
egg drop.
Say you're gonna put up a long play of a video. No, here's a good one. No, actually, that's not the best example. I was gonna say speedruns. No, say you're doing a long play. Okay, so you've got a game. Say it's like 5 hours long. You're gonna do a long play. You're just gonna sit down and record the entire thing. You can sit down and record and just, you're sitting there with your controller in hand, you're going, okay, you can react to what's on the screen, what's happening in the game, and you may have one or two extra topics you want to talk about. So you can say, like in the down times between where nothing interesting is happening in the game, you go, okay, I want to talk, what's been going on with XYZ? And if you want to, but then when you're done, you've got all this recording, and say you only get halfway through the game, you're like, okay, something came up, I'm done for the day. I've hit the wall, I'm at a section that I just can't beat today, I'll go to sleep, have some food, come back to it tomorrow, she'll be right. Because in recording, they don't know that. They don't know when it's been recorded. All that they know is that it's come out, and it's like, you can then, when you put it out, unless you put it up raw, just like huge chunks, without, you can condense it down to the best parts, and you can get out all the downtime or the parts where you may have flubbed something. But with streaming, you have to keep up with not only what's on screen you're playing, but what's happening in the chat. If you've got like a big enough thing, what's in the chat, and then they may tell you something that derails, they may derail you from the game. And with a game, if you're playing a game and you're going, okay, I'm going to beat this game at some point. I'm going to beat this game. And then you hit the wall, then, people will see all the downtime. They'll see you got to keep up.
Yeah.
You got to be good for that whole time. And if you want to beat the game in like one sitting, that's a major investment. You got to, set aside the entire day for that.
Exactly.
You got to have like food and stuff, because you're not going to be able to, say, okay, I'm done for the day and just pack up. Well, I mean, you can, but that's kind of like, people just be like, what the hell? They might expect you to finish the game. So what if you can't finish the game? What if you've completely burnt out at that time?
Yeah.
Like I'll get sick of the game. Like I'll be playing, one game and I'll just be like, dude, I really want to play like Call of Duty or something right now. I just want to play a few matches of maybe a round of zombies or something, but I can't because I've got to do this. Like if that was me, I'd be like, if I was streaming something, playing, say, a Mario game, and I'm sitting there going, you can tell like if you're watching a streamer that doesn't have all their energy in there, they're sitting there, controller in hand, they're playing the game, but you could just see behind them, they're like going, I want to be somewhere else. I want to, I'm hungry, what's for dinner?
Yeah.
Just checked out. Then you'll be like, well, what's the point of watching this person?
Yeah.
So streaming is like, but at the same time, they've made it so much easier, so much more lucrative, because on Twitch, you know, you get bits or like down donations, and they're like instantaneous, go straight into your bank account or whatever, and they're not, you know, beholden to the whims of some corporation that wants to give you ad revenue money.
Yeah.
Because YouTube is basically, you know, you're doing it for free until you're not, until you can run ads and make money. And even then, it's not, you know, worthwhile until, you know, you've got a large enough follower base to where the sort of time investment, say you're a let's player, you know, playing games, the time investment of playing the game, recording it, editing it, you know, you might have to pay an editor, you might have to pay like a script writer if you do bits, like comedy bits or whatever. Or you might have to pay for catering costs if you do like high quality like short films. You might have to pay for equipment. Equipment is always a really expensive thing. As you probably know, having done, you know, film and TV, cameras are so expensive at times. They get so expensive for the good ones.
That's why I haven't bought one for 5 years, but
I'm still rocking my dad's DSLR. It's such a good camera. But it's like if you had the same viewer base on Twitch or whatever, people pay, and that's possibly why people have gone to like podcasting or whatever, where they can just, you know, do things on stream like that.
Yeah.
Like on stream podcasts where they can sort of interact with each other and then have like the chat chime in every now and again. Because, you know, it's, of course, you know, you get videos where they're like and subscribe. And if you like what I do, go check out the Patreon or whatever. Whereas with a Twitch stream or something, you can, you know, donate $10 and it comes up on the screen. Everyone who's watching can see it. And that person might go, oh, thanks. You know, thanks, Sam's Movies. You know, the message that you put up with it might be something funny or something, you know, heartfelt. And
anything for views to that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it would be awesome. I reckon it would be pretty good to make, to do streaming, but it would also be such a huge investment. And having seen what like Will went through, he had a whole setup. Like I've got my computer here. It's good, but it's not like, you know, what he invested in. He had like 3 monitors. He had batteries for everything. So it could just run even if all the power went out in the world, he'd still be able to run it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
crazy.
Dude, there's no way I'm competing with that.
Green screen behind him.
Yeah, dude. Like I've got the space for a green screen, but would it be worth it? I don't have lights or anything. I've got a desk light just here, but I don't have anything like dedicated.
Yeah.
I'm in my bedroom. It's not like, it's like with you might be able to make some kind of studio setup in that room there.
That's what I have.
As we have. Yeah. But like, I'm just in my bedroom. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah, it's tough. When this studio, I will be honest, is a joke. Like it is the most ridiculous advantage when it comes to being a small YouTuber. It's insane. Like before I had this studio, I had my bedroom, and that was nice, but it was a bitch to have to, you always had to pack up and set up in your bedroom because it's your bedroom. You can't leave everything set up. And in this studio, everything's ready. It's already ready. I mean, it's a bit mank at the moment with my brother leaving a freaking sports drink sitting there to ferment. But, it's a studio and it's nice and there's so many areas. It's a joke. There is so many areas to film in this studio. I'm looking around and this is the only area I don't use for filming. I only use it for streams. this is like, this part of the room is only used for my roast podcast.
For this, yeah.
Every other part of the room I use for my channel. I mean, we shot the roast podcast here. That was really
exactly.
cool. It was an awesome
honestly,
setup.
Dude, that room is sick.
It's
like,
sick. It's amazing.
It is honestly super sick.
Yeah.
And it's like your brothers built it and then they just like fucked off and left it to you. That's so good.
Well, it took a while to get them to fuck off away from here. They didn't build it for the record. My dad did, and
sorry.
it's all good. My brother painted it. That's about all he did. My dad paid for all the equipment, all this stuff. It's a joke. Like the projector. Can I just say this is a joke? I never expected to have that. That is insane. Like when I started doing YouTube Investigator, which is the series that this is not a part where I stunt and boast, but to get to have like my most viewed video with this sort of a setup, with like the projector screen, the logo for the series in the background, that's a really professional look for my channel. It's like, thank God that was the setup that got me, the viral, I guess you could say viral video. It's just like, as soon as I was able to start using this room, fucking massive advantage. And egg drop looks amazing in this room. I'm keen to film an egg drop with you when you're able to visit here. Like I said, I was going to explain this. I was going to explain this to you. I'm doing a champion. I'm pretty sure I'm doing it now because I really want to. It's a egg drop champion. So anyone who's succeeded on the egg drop and their egg has survived returns for their own special episode. And if you win a champions ep, then you get another shot. And if your egg survives twice in the champions episode, you're like a grand champion of egg drop. That's just a little thing I come up with. But your egg has to survive 2 more times.
I'm gonna win, dude. Catch me becoming the first grandmaster of egg drop.
So basically how it works is you've already succeeded with the egg in over where you live when we filmed that one. But you got to come back here. And then you got to throw your egg from like the balcony, and then I throw it from the roof. If yours from the balcony succeeds, then we go again from the roof. And if both of them survive, again, you are the grand champion of egg drop.
I am super sick.
Get
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. It's
but at the moment,
awesome.
Oh, mate, it was lit when we filmed the first one. It's just like the coronavirus interruptions with this series that I'm having so much fun making is the worst.
Why couldn't it have just been Sydney instead of us?
Sydney's population isn't more closed in than ours. See, Sydney has a bigger population, but theirs is fucking spread across much, bigger kilometers.
They got the cruise ship or whatever. The cruise ship that came in that was infected. Why couldn't it have just been them? Why did it have to be us?
They were worse than us, but then we get a second fucking wave that is insane, and it's fucked everything. The second wave is terrible.
They managed to ride it a little bit. We wiped out on the second wave.
We're fucked. We're just genuinely fucked. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if for the next 3 months it's locked down. But that's all right. I don't think it's going to be too bad because we're going to find a way to deal with it. But it's a fucking shit. All I want to do is catch up with mates. I guess I'm catching up with you right now, but it's just not the same. I want to be watching Scooby-Doo. No, not Scooby-Doo. Fucking Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius on VHS. You're just like so hyped.
So bad.
Oh
God, you've just reminded me of what I'm missing out on. I gotta find a way.
Actually, I'll remind you some more. Imagine
I've got to swim across the fucking bay.
Imagine Jimmy Neutron VHS on that. How good that'd be.
That would be awesome.
Popcorn machine set up over there with the PowerPoint. Where's the PowerPoint? I don't know. It's there. And we just fucking go nuts at the popcorn machine. Get Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius up.
And he just come down for a week.
Honestly,
I couldn't make my way down. Well, I mean, they're still running trains, right? Maybe I could catch a train.
Mate, only if you can prove that you're coming here for work, which is impossible to do. You are fucked. how do you get back though? Unless you're happy to pay the fine, you're
I don't
in
know how much the fine is.
It's like $2,500.
Dude, I could buy so much shit with that. Could buy like 100 games with that.
Oh, is it still on? It's still on. All right. I mean, well, fuck.
I just want to do something.
It's the, it's the worst. It happens. I don't know. I'm kind of used to it now. Last night I was kind of like lying in bed thinking, how good is this? I don't have to go to high school anymore. That was just my thoughts.
Yeah. but I'm thinking I want to go back to uni.
Yeah, that's true. That's a rip. You're used to the uni life now. You love it. I did.
Dude, it's actually great. Even though I've, the semester was terrible. I mean, the classes were pretty sick, but yeah. Just not the semester for me. Fun?
Doing animation online would be rough.
It is. It so is. And especially like the way I am, I'm like chronic procrastinator. So not having like the teacher like looming over me going, you got to be doing this. I'm like, I've got the teacher's stream up on one monitor, and I'm playing games on the other. I'm so bad.
Oh man, you gotta be there.
I gotta be strong, I gotta have that force of will. I have that like fortitude, and then I'll be right. I'll just be able to. I gotta swim, can't sink or swim. I gotta swim. You know what? It'd be way nicer if it was what's it called? I reckon it would be way nicer if it was actually, would it be way nicer if it was summer instead of winter right now?
No. Oh god. If coronavirus started during the summer, I would have probably shot my foot. It would have been the worst, because the summer for me is like where shit comes alive. Like all my mates go off uni. Everything just happens in the summer. That's when the shit goes down. So if it started in the summer, I would have probably just fucking died then and there. It would have been the shittest.
Yeah, but if it was summer, then I'd be able to swim in my pool instead of just sitting around.
Yeah, that's true, actually. My pool's so I don't know.
What happened? Is it all...
No, I've just had it for ages.
Oh, flex. Stunting.
It's like it's more of like a creek than a pool.
Oh, the novelty's worn off.
Yeah, the novelty. I don't know. It was cool when I first got it, but we never got the slide.
The slide from the balcony all the way down.
That would have been cool.
That would have been sick. Straight up. Like I'm terrified of heights, but I probably would have had to go on that. No, I just wish it was a bit warmer so I could actually use the pool.
You could still use the pool.
No, it'd be freezing. It'd be like 10 degrees.
Oh,
way too cold.
Your place that night where it hailed like crazy. That was insane.
You still remember that? You got like 2 buckets of just ice.
It took a week.
I remember that. Yeah, it took like a day. It took ages to melt. I can't remember how long it took. It did take a few days. Just buckets of... We ended up with like water with... It was like slushy. Like water with just ice floating in it.
I just left it at home and then left
you. You did. I think Dad put the water out on his gardens, but it was crazy when it just hailed like that. It dinted the front of Dad's car, and I'm pretty sure it broke one of the backlights on Mom's car. But it was we certainly got off a lot easier. The way it was, another family friend, another family that we know, how do I describe it? The way that our cars were sitting was like this,
Yeah.
and the hail was coming in this way.
Yeah.
So it sort of didn't do a whole lot or something like, and the house was here. So the cars were sort of shielded relatively.
Yeah.
Their cars were this way.
So
their bonnets and like windshields were catching all of this hail like dead on. They came out to their cars the next day. All of the like the windshields had been punched in.
Fuck.
The roofs were dinted. The bonnets were dinted. The front lights were smashed. The front grills were smashed. Their cars were like totaled.
Didn't a tree fall on someone's house near your house?
I think so.
But this was a while ago.
This was a while ago.
It wasn't. I'm sorry to cut off this just for a bit. I just need to stop the screen recording because it takes a little while to process. We're not stopping just yet. I just need to say goodbye to the people screen recording. Say goodbye to them, Adam. We'll go to this camera.
Oh, goodbye. I love you.